What's going on, everyone? It's Monday and I'm finally driving my Mustang. It's been like over a week since I've been able to drive it because the weather is so bad here in Ohio. But fortunately today it's a nice sunny day. I took the car to get a car wash. That was kind of a mistake though because it's already dirty. It doesn't really bother me though because I'm just so glad I get to drive my car. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to install a radar detector in your car. Now for years I had this really cheap radar detector. I think I paid like 25 bucks for it at a Black Friday event. The only problem was there were a lot of false alerts and you didn't really know what was real. So I finally decided to go on Amazon and buy myself a decent radar detector. Now it's certainly not cheap, but when you consider the fact that if you get one speeding ticket and it jacks up your insurance rates, it's totally worth the investment. So the radar detector I went with was the Escort IX. I've known for years that Escort makes some of the best radar detectors on the market, and when I saw all the positive reviews on Amazon, I knew this was the one for me. Now if you're buying a different type of radar detector, don't worry, this video will still help you out. The next item in the box is the suction cup mount. We do not want to use this. It's such an ugly mounting method. The last item is the power cord, and once again, we will not need this part. What you will need is a radar mount and a mirror wire power cord. These two items will allow us to mount the radar detector underneath the rear view mirror. Now depending on the mount that you purchase, you might need to get a screwdriver or an Allen wrench. Fortunately, my kit came with an Allen wrench. Now the only other tool you might need is a voltage meter. A voltage meter will help you find the positive and negative pins. I didn't have a voltage meter, so I went online to find which pins I needed to tap into. The car I'll be installing my detector in is my 2018 Mustang GT. So now that you have all the necessary tools, you can start to install your detector. Now let me just show you something before we get started. When we're finished, the radar detector is going to sit right here. It's going to be nice and concealed. It's not going to be in your way when you're driving. It's going to be so much better than having it right here, smack dab in the middle of your windshield. Not only is it obtrusive having the detector here, but it's also ugly seeing that wire run down your dashboard. The first thing we'll do is adjust the rear view mirror to get access to the wiring harness. For this Mustang, we're going to press on this little tab to release the harness from the mirror. By pressing down the tab, the harness comes right out. Now here comes the most important step. You'll need to locate the positive and negative pins. Because I didn't have a voltage meter, I went online to find this out. For my Mustang, the positive pin is the brown and yellow wire, while the negative pin is the blue and black wire. The red wire goes in the positive pin, and the black wire goes in the negative pin. So once you know this information, you can install the mirror wire power cord. We're going to slide the prongs into the correct pins. Be sure to take your time during this step. You don't want to damage any of the wires. Here's what it looks like when it's finished. Now carefully put the wiring harness back into the mirror. Make sure that it snaps back into place. Now to make sure that I did everything right, I'm going to plug my wire into the detector. Next, put your ignition in the accessory mode. If your detector power's on, you're good to go. Be sure to unplug the detector before moving on. Next, we'll install the radar mount. Using the Allen wrench supplied with the kit, fasten the magnet to the mount. Make sure it's nice and snug. Next, remove the bolts from the clamp. This will allow us to install the mount on the mirror. The large portion will be at the bottom. The bolt will go through this hole and tighten up with the clamp on top. I put the first bolt through and got it started, and then I placed the mount on the mirror support. Finally, I took the other bolt and threaded it through. Here's what it looked like before it was tightened up. Now take your Allen wrench and tighten the bolts up. Make sure they're nice and snug. At this point, everything should be ready to go. Attach your detector to the mount and feel free to adjust it however you'd like. I adjusted mine so it would be close to the mirror. Now all you have to do is plug the cord back into the detector. Adjust your mirror back to its original position, and that's all there is to it. What's so nice about this detector is that since I have two mounts, if I'd ever like to use it in a different vehicle, I simply unplug it and remove it from the magnetic mount. And if I ever want to reinstall it, just use the magnetic mount and plug it right back in. It's that easy. The traditional mounting method requires you to use the suction cup mount and run a long, ugly cord to the power outlet. But by using the mirror mount, you get a more professional look and you don't have any wires running down your dashboard. Alright, so now that I officially have my radar detector installed in my car, it is powered up, there we go. Let's go test it out. Alright, so let's see if we can pick anything up. The first thing I'm noticing about this radar detector is it has the actual speed limit on the display. So that right there is a nice feature to have because if you're going through a small town and the speed limit is like 25, your detector is going to tell you you're going too fast. And as I'm sure many of you guys know, small towns love to give out tickets.
Overspeed.
Did you hear that? It just said overspeed. There's got to be a way to turn this up. There we go. So let me show you what this is going to sound like. I'm just going to turn the volume up. That's what it's going to sound like when it detects something. Oh, I'm getting something. I wonder where it is, though. I'm going to pull into this Ford dealership here. Oh, it's going crazy. What is it? I'm like right on it. It says there's a K-band. I have no idea where it's coming from, though. The last time I was here, I kid you not, they had probably 4 or 5 Raptors, but I don't see a single one. They must have sold them all. Those trucks are so popular, it's not even funny. I just really wonder where that cop was. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. They've got some nice trucks, that's for sure, but they don't have any Raptors anymore.
Now, right when I was about to leave the dealership, I saw in the showroom they had a lead-foot gray GT350. This is a brand new color for 2018, and I'm pretty sure it's only available on the GT350. When these cars first came out, the dealer markup was insane. But now that the GT350 is towards the end of its run, the prices are starting to come down. In fact, I think this one was selling for MSRP. It's a shame they didn't include the digital dash for the last year. Even so, it's still a great car.
Yeah, that leadfoot gray has to be my second favorite color for 2018. Second to this color, of course, the Orange Fury. So when I went in that dealership, I asked them about the GT500, and from what the guy told me, he says that Ford has gone completely dark. They're not telling when the reveal date is, they're not saying when it's going to be released, but the latest rumors are saying it's going to be anywhere from mid to late next year. So yeah, that is what we've been hearing for the longest time, and that is why I decided to get a 2018 to hold myself over. We have been waiting so long for the GT500. I thought for sure it was going to come out this fall, but once I heard that it wasn't arriving until 2019, that's when I knew it was going to be put off even longer. All right, so I'm heading back home. Hopefully on the way back, we see a cop, and my radar detector picks it up. Oh, there we go.
K-band.
Where is he? Wait, there he is, right there. Let's go follow him.
K-band.
You know why it's permanent like that? It's because I'm right behind him. So I'm glad to see that it works. How it feels to get a new radar detector. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get used to this detector, but once I learn all the settings and how it actually works, I'll make a more in-depth video about it. So there you have it, guys. That's how you install a radar detector the right way in your S550 Mustang. I hope that this video helped you even if you don't have the same kit that I have. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.